light coming in over here. Nothing I can do about that. I just have a weird light around me. Anyway, stop virtual camera, because we don't need that running while we're doing that. That's for Discord. I think we're good. All right. Please stand by while I do the things. That should not be coming through voice chat like that, but... Sorry, Terry, you're gonna have to listen to my music. You know, I should really just put this sheet in a spreadsheet instead of fucking around with all my paperwork. What is up, guys? It's your friend Fat Jolly Guy, and we are back for episode 9, part 2 of Edge of the Map Homebrew campaign. I hope everybody is doing well. I know I is. Let's see here. Terry, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. We need to get a bot in this channel real quick, so we can get some music. So stand by while I figure. Usually Slow takes care of that for me, so I got to do it my damn self today.
Slow's being a bit slow.
All right, can I just I don't know how to add him to this. It's not sewers, so okay. Select one of the playlists. You don't have any playlists. /play. Click nostalgia. Drama? Yeah, we'll go with drama. We're in prison. Drama. Drama works. My headset is all jacked up right now. All right. I finally think I've got to a point, chat. All right. Terry, welcome. How are you?
Howdy, howdy. Oh, not too bad. Just enjoyed the birthday weekend and everything, and now this.
There you go. Happy birthday, by the way.
Well, thank you.
So, the last time you were sitting at the table, you had to leave slightly early to get to work. And unfortunately, I did you a great injustice in rolling for Yuri. And doing so, I rolled a natural 1 in your attempt to escape, and you were arrested. So you now find yourself in the cell next to Nellis. Now, for all of those playing along at home, last episode, before this takes place, because we had a part 1 in between, which followed Damien, Vesper, and a new NPC known as the Stranger. So if you haven't seen that, go check out part 1 of 9.5. This will have taken place pretty much within the hour after the ordeals of episode 9, where the town square, starting the riot, trying to distract Archibald Blackthorne while allowing Abigail to go search his office in the city hall. So that is where we're going to pick up with this side quest here, with Captain Yuri and Nellis's escape from the prison dungeons. Hey, is that you over there, Yuri?
Yes, Nellis. You looked might lonely, so I decided to come check on you.
Jeez. Did they work you over too? They did a number on me.
Not nearly as bad as it has been before.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well. So what happened with you?
Oh, we uh we made sure to get our point across, and in the midst of everything, I may have tripped trying to get away, and Damien may or may not have injured a guard.
Oh, geez.
So here I am.
So things went a little sideways, to say the least.
Just a little bit.
Well, I know I can get myself out of here. I just gotta have a bit of time with the locks. Bear with me, bud. Nellis is gonna go over to the gate. He's peering through the bars, looking for guards. He'll reach his paw out and around, and he starts to hook into the keyhole with one of his claws.
Gary's just gonna kind of watch him. I take it you've done this once or twice before.
Yeah. It's not my first rodeo getting out of this place. It's just a matter of finding the right way to wiggle your fingers, you know?
Gary's just gonna look around. Yeah, the stone creates a bit of an issue for me. The last brig I was in was a little easier to escape from. Not that I needed it with the giant hole that was blasted in the side of the ship, but...
What are you doing in the brigs? I thought you were the captain of a ship.
That is a long story if you have time for it.
Ah, well, I ain't going anywhere, so I'm here.
Are you familiar with the name Commodore Vanderdecken?
Vanderdecken. It rings a bell, but nothing comes to mind.
Commodore Vanderdecken is one of the most feared pirate leaders on the seas. I was a captain under his flag.
You were a pirate captain?
Yuri's just gonna kind of look over at Nellis, just peer under the brim of his hat at him, and just smile. We all have our secrets.
Apparently. Well, I've served my time with pirates as well, so you got no judgment from me.
Yuri's just gonna kind of nod, and a few years ago, while sailing under Vanderdecken, I got caught up in a pretty terrible storm, and my ship and my crew were all lost. I barely survived and was stranded on an uncharted island in the middle of nowhere.
Sheesh.
Fortunately... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering how you got off an island and made it into atheist. Sorry, I'm just... Nellis is getting invested in your story, and he's forgetting what he's doing, so he just refocused on what he was doing, trying to get out of the cell.
Luckily, this island wasn't uninhabited, and there was a people there called the Kunai. They're a rather small group, even smaller now. But they took me in and they helped me. They tended to my wounds, tended to feeding me, and asked for nothing in return. Yuri's just kind of deflate a little, staring down at the floor, because that was the first time that anyone had treated me, or hadn't treated me any difference because of being a tiefling.
I was just about to ask that. A devil wash up on a shore somewhere. There's a lot of islands I've been to with native people that would freak out looking at you. You know, mainlanders, looking at a tiefling, we understand what we're seeing, But some of these islands, I mean, shit, even a giant talking cat freaks people out,
The kunai were different. They were focused on healing and just understanding life. It was a different existence from what I was used to.
Well, I bet you turned the understanding of life on their head a little bit.
Yes, they weren't quite sure what to do with me, but they treated me as one of their own none the same. I was there with them for 2 years, and I began to learn the language, and they also started teaching me some of the more clerical arts with their religion.
So pirate captain turned religious aficionado. That's kind of quite the turn of a man's life there.
It was peaceful, and that's, turns out, all I really wanted.
I never asked you this, but you clerics, you pull your magical powers or whatever from religion, just like the paladin types. Who is it exactly you worship?
That is also more complicated.
So it's not one of the 12, huh?
It is not. You see, that's where we come to this part of the story.
Nellis
There was one day.
Nellis is still just working diligently on the lock, trying to get it popped open. You still have his full attention, by the way. Just he's working on it.
Yeah. Yuri's just gonna put his hands or put his face in his hands, and just one day, Vanderdecken found the island.
Oh shit.
He managed to find the wreckage of the old ship and came to investigate, and he found the kunai people. He is a little less understanding than I am. He saw their temples made of gold, and he wanted it. So he and 3 of his vanguard ships came to the island and started pillaging and burning.
Yuri, I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry that happened. Well,
You're just gonna
you made it.
Sit there for a moment.
You made it out. Somebody had to get off the island with you, huh?
I stood by and did nothing as the kunai people were slaughtered.
Shit.
I didn't help my new friends because of my old loyalty to Vanderdecken. And because of that, I am cursed. The goddess that the kunai people beseeched for their healing abilities or was the goddess Seraphina.
Okay.
And because of what I did by learning her ways and refusing to help her people, I'm now cursed that anytime I need to use my healing, it requires payment.
So all these
For my greed
trinkets.
it requires payment for my greed and Vanderdecken's.
Oh, shit. So all these trinkets, the hats, the house even. It's not just some messed up way of you having fun. It's, oh, shit.
It is required.
Well, if it's a curse, you say, there's a way to break it. There's always a way to break curses. Powerful magics in this world, they weave themselves into everyday things. All a curse is just a dam, a blockage in that natural weave. So you just got to figure out how to get rid of it.
You're just gonna kind of nod, and I've thought that same way, but it's only here recently that I've been able to be out and about. You see, not only did I not help the Kunai people, I didn't help Vanderdecken either. So he dubbed me as a traitor and had me locked into the brig.
And that's your experience with being in the brig.
I was actually on my way to be executed in front of the rest of his crews to be a lesson. But on the way to the island, we were attacked by the Naval Guard, and I was able to escape, and that's how I ended up here in 8th Year's Landing.
Well, the guards are a blessing one day, and then the next they got you thrown into cages down on the bottom of a castle.
Yuri's just gonna kind of chuckle. Yes, Seraphina does work rather strangely.
You know, I've never put too much into religion. You know, a lot of folks, they only got one life to live. And well, being Tabaxi, we get 9 of them, you know? And I really haven't thought much about religion until recently. So, you know, even Little Miss Moon and her death idols, it really makes you start to think about what happens after it's all done, you know?
With that, Yuri's just gonna kind of be like, oh, I know, or most people don't know whether their god exists, but I know Seraphina's there, and she is always watching.
All
and
right.
He's just gonna kind of hang his head down a little more. She always requires payment.
All right. Yuri, come over here. Nellis is gonna wiggle his fingers through the gates, the cages between the cells. Okay.
Oh, game's paused. I tried to move.
Try now.
There we go.
All right. I've popped the lock on my cell door, but there's a guard standing right out here. I need you to cause a distraction or something. There's a couple of them in here, I'm sure. So nothing too loud. Just enough to get the one close to you. I'm going to pop out of the cell. And I take this skull. As Nellis picks a skull up off the floor. I'm gonna hope I can thump him hard enough.
Yuri's just gonna kind of smile, and I believe I can do that.
All right. Good enough.
Yuri's gonna look over to Nellis and just kind of give him a nod.
Mm-hmm. Nellis is nodding back. He's ready.
Excuse me, sir.
Quiet.
But this is important. You might want to hear it.
Anything you're going to say can't be important. Tiefling.
Yuri's just gonna kind of lean forward. Are you so sure about that?
Yeah. I'm sure about it.
Even if it involves gold?
You ain't got no gold. We done stripped you and everybody else in here of all of their possessions. Everything you ever had.
There's not a whole lot of gold that I can carry on me. Even being a tiefling, I have strength limits. We hide all the good stuff away from here. As Nellis is walking up, I'm just slowly whispering, trying to make it
damn.
to lean in.
Yeah, fuck. What do I got a 10. I'm gonna throw a 10 on that. Oh, okay, thank God. Okay. The fuck?
You just like lightly caress his ear.
Why does Nellis have a -1 on unarmed strikes? I rolled a 1 and had a -1. As Nellis goes to smash the guard on the back of the head, he snuck up on him out of his jail cell. He's gonna bring the skull down, but the guard is human, so he's taller than Nellis, and so Nellis only just like smashes the back of his lumbar, and like just enough to the guard's gonna turn around and see Nellis out of his cell.
I'm going to reach out and grab him to try and hit or drag him into the bars to knock him out.
Okay. Roll me a strength check as you pull the guard back into the cell bars in an attempt to knock him out.
No!
Oh!
I'm using a lucky.
You can't lucky a nat 1.
No!
That has been a hard, fast rule in my campaign, is that you cannot lucky out of a natural 1. As you reach through the cell bars, it's like the bars stop your hand just shy of grabbing him. As you reach out, just like that, as you reach it, he's just out of reach.
My cuff gets caught.
Nellis is going to take the opportunity, and he's going to also do a strength check, seeing if he could slam the guard towards you. I'm gonna lucky that one. Hey, there we go. With an 11, Nellis takes the opportunity as he sees you like trying to reach through the grates. He's gonna bull into the guard and push him backwards against the grate, giving you the opportunity to grab him.
You guys hear the music good?
Yeah, we hear music.
Okay, I put on some prison music for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Strength check again.
Yes, give me another strength check to see.
What the fuck?
As you grab the guard, you try to wrap your hands around it, but you can't really grab anything worthwhile. The guard is going to kick Nellis as he falls prone on the ground back behind. And the guard will then free himself and he turns his pike towards you. A little open here! As some of the guards from the room make their way over towards you guys here. I see. You thought you were real clever, Tieflin. You and your cat person here. You ain't getting out of here that easy. And you ain't getting away from me. Archibald said to watch you two. And that's what I intend to do. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as the guard is going to send his pike through the bars trying to stab at you. With an 18, you are more than able to dodge the pike as it comes through the bars of the cell door, avoiding any damage.
And whenever that happens, I'm actually going to go ahead and cast Calm Emotions on him. 20 foot. So close to being able to hit that third guy.
So close. Calm Emotion. You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, each humanoid within 20-foot radius of sphere center of the point. Choose must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. If a creature fails the saving throw, choose one of the following two effects: charmed or frightened. So, charisma saving on the on the guard closest to you, Yuri. Is this we'll just do it at normal. That'll be a fail. Do you want to frighten or charm?
I'm going to go ahead and charm.
Okay. Is there a charmed here? There's got to be a charmed. Deaf, silence, paralyzed, flying, stunned. Is there not a charmed? That's frozen. That's shocked. That's corroding. Cursed, poisoned, diseased, bleeding, regenerating, degenerating, empowered, weakening, invisible, targeted, marked, blessed, fire shield, ice shield, magic shield, holy shield. Okay, fine. We're just going to put stunned for him, since there's not a blessed. Charisma saving throw on guard number 2 over by Nellis. That is a 13, so he will not be charmed or frightened. Oh yeah. As the guard slowly begins to pull his pike back out of the cage.
And with that, you're just going to be like, hey, you know, we don't want any trouble here.
Mm.
Yeah, we can all just take a deep breath.
Yeah, you're right. No sense in spoiling you before Archibald gets here to torture your asses.
He seems like the kind of man you don't want to get on his bad side.
You're right. if I put this through your gut, he'd probably put it back through mine just so that he could have the fun of doing it.
And that's if you're lucky. I mean, what if he wanted to go a different route with it? If you
Ah.
catch my drift.
Right up the old keister.
Exactly.
I'd rather don't think of it. Besides that, you know, he's a warlock. He was able to burn people alive just standing there. I once saw him burn the guts out of an enemy while the fire was burning his inside of his chest. It was absolutely crazy.
That is. Did you saw it yourself?
I was there. We went somewhere. I don't remember. No farmlands or some shite like that. And there was these ruffians, rebel rousers, whatnot, that was threatening some caravans and whatnot. And I thought it was real weird that Archibald was there. And he told us to all stay in the tree lines and wait for ambushes. He walked right out there and he lit that whole fucking caravan on fire. People were running and screaming and everything. Like a giant fire tornado. And then we rounded up all the people and one by one he was questioning them and then snap of the finger and they were on fire. Burning from the inside out. You never forget something like that. And I sure as hell don't want my innards burned, that's for sure.
It best not go spoiling his fun then. Would you mind helping my friend back in here with me?
Yeah. All right, cat. Up on your feet. Yeah, right away. As the guard turns around, he's gonna take the keys off of his belt, unlock the door. He opens it up, and he'll push Nellis in. All right, you two, now play along. Slamming the door and locking it behind you.
Much appreciated, thank you.
Okay. All right, no more funny business. You got rats to watch or something.
I'm just gonna kind of look down at Nellis and give him a smile.
I don't know what the hell you did there, but we're right back where we started, I suppose.
But better, we're together now.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. All right, well, I guess I can work on this lock. Nellis is going to stick his hands back out and start to claw at the lock. So anyway, these kunai people, do you know if any of them made it? Taken prisoner or anything?
Yuri's just gonna kind of shake his head. There wasn't a lot of use for prisoners, as the Commodore used to say. We weren't in the people business. We were in the treasure business.
And temples made of gold was good business.
Very.
Well, any idea where that island is? I've sure as hell never heard of it, and if we manage to get out of here, I'd definitely like to go map it one of these days. Especially since I happen to have a local historian with me.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact location, but I remember the chain that was around it. The island chain that was around it. If we could spot those, I would be able to find it.
All right, fair enough. We'll keep an eye out for it. Get it mapped again. Besides that, maybe that would be a good place to start for relieving your infliction.
If Seraphina is still the guardian of the island.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt to look. Maybe she moved on. Maybe she's no more. Maybe she's there with a vengeance.
That does sound her style.
Well, I ain't never fought no gods before, but we get out of this pickle, you'll have my guns with you.
Thank you, my friend. And I'm just gonna kind of put my head on, or hand on his head and ruffle his ears.
Almost got it. Oh shit, the pin's dropped. This one's a little difficult. Give me some time, all right? So, let me ask you. You got off the island. You were thrown in the brig by Vanda Blinch or whatever his name was, right?
Vanderbracken.
Vanderbracken, yeah. And then...
No, Vanderdecken.
Deccan. Oh, okay. Whatever, he's a dickhead. Anyway. So then the Navy just showed up and started blowing holes at a pirate ship?
Well, we may, or while I was in the brig the previous night, they stopped by an outpost and sacked it.
Might as well. On the way to an execution, let's just go get some more gold and resources, right?
They were actually after food and ale this time.
Well, an outpost would probably have most of that. There we go. As Nellis pops the lock on this cell door. All right, it's open. So, every time I've made my way out of here, there's a hatch in the kitchen. It leads to an underground cellar, and then behind one of the cabinets is a sewer system. We can make our way out through there. Also, I've heard that there's a false painting in the prime room with a door behind it that leads out. I've never been in there. The door's always locked in the hallway, but that's also an option too. So, how do you want to play it?
You know the layout. I'll let you go first.
All right. Additionally, we're gonna have to get our shit. I ain't walking out of here empty-handed.
Agreed. Where do they keep it?
Well, if I had to wager, they probably keep it in the depository. That's where they pay all the guards out of and keep trinkets and shit like that. They might have put our weapons in the armory, too. As far as I can tell, we got a few guards in here in the cell block. So, I don't know. Either way we're going, we're going to have to either sneak or fight. So your call.
We have one on our side for now until we start business.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm really good at making new friends.
Apparently. You ain't used that mumbo jumbo on us, have you?
Nah, no need.
All
you
right.
guys liking me already.
Okay. As Nellis will push the gate open, and he'll slide out just to the outside, just sly as can be.
Oh. Oops, if I select my token. Then yeah, Yuri's just gonna.
There, I opened the door, sorry.
Oh, there we go. I was about to say, Yuri's just gonna kind of chill here in prison, I guess.
Yeah, I unlocked the door, but I forgot to open it. And because I'm using my GM screen to move Nellis, he can pass through walls. Anyway, fastest way would be that through that door over there. As Nellis points kind of to the north end of the map. Here. Nellis is gonna hand you the skull from earlier. Maybe you could do better. Or throw it and distract him.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and oh god, how do I ping again?
Just long click.
I'm gonna go ahead and toss it over toward, or take the skull and toss it over that away.
Okay. As you toss the skull across the openness of the dungeon, it's going to clamor and bang against the cells over here. I want you to roll a performance to see how much noise that the distraction makes. Okay. With an 11, it's enough to drive the guard not all the way to the cell, but close enough where he can kind of investigate. And even your charmed guy steps forward a little bit. Gives you a little bit of breathing room here.
Yuri's gonna kind of motion to Nellis, come on, let's go.
Okay. I'm following you. But we got to get through that door first.
And I'm gonna check the door.
It is unlocked.
It is unlocked?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to push it open and get in real quick, shut it lightly.
The door has been shut behind you. Whew. All right. That's phase one.
Where do we go from here?
To the left is towards the armory and the evidence, the money room. To the right, to the kitchen and the prime room, or whatever they want to fucking call it, the big house.
All right, let's go left. We'll go get our stuff back.
All right. Be careful. These doors to the north of us here, they all lead into the guards' barracks. I'm sure they're sleeping in there, but I wouldn't chance it.
All right. Gonna check this door.
It is unlocked.
All right. Then I'm gonna drop kick one of these suits of armor.
I gotta move the cameraman here. Okay. Now let's all go ahead and open this next door as he steps through into the hallway. Hold up, Yuri. Guard up ahead. He's standing outside the payment room there.
Oof.
This door closer to us on the left or on the right hand side here is the armory. Maybe we can get in there. Check around.
All right.
But we're still gonna have to deal with him.
Yeah.
Before we get to the door, we're gonna roll a stealth check. Nellis, do not fuck me over on this stealth check.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Nellis on a perfect stealth. He is like the shadow. Yuri following behind him. It's almost like it's causing like almost a wake of the light to like create this dome of blackness. Yuri's okay stealth with Nellis's critical hit on the stealth is enough to get you guys into the armory unnoticed from the guard in the hallway. Well, okay. That was easier. Looks like we've got one in here, too.
You're just gonna kind of get behind the weapons rack and peek around.
Yeah, good plan. You can see this guard he's sitting in the chair. His pike's kind of out hanging. You know, he's not really awake, but he's not sleeping either. You know, that like
back in his chair, just chilling.
Yeah, he's just, his eyes are closed, but you could kind of see some like subtle movement as he's rocking himself a little bit. You know, maybe he's humming just a little bit. You know, but he's not.
Way is he facing?
What?
Which way is he facing?
He's facing towards the door, so he's looking in your direction.
All right. Debating about whether it'd be easier to just walk up and like knock him out, or just kind of like try to sneak around and search for stuff. Alright, I'm going to try to sneak up to him, and I'm gonna knock him out.
Nellis is gonna take the long route around, trying to do maybe like a flank a little bit as he's hiding himself in between the racks of weaponry. Just before you get to him, I need you to do a performance check. Just to make sure that you didn't bump anything or cause any kind of ruckus. Light as a feather you were as you made your way through the different racks of weaponry in this armory. You touched nothing. It was like you weren't even there. Guard is still very unaware that you are practically standing right in front of him now.
Let's see. Is there anything like heavy that I can just like do a real quick bap on the head?
Oh, yes. I mean, we're in an armory. You can pick up anything off the racks. In fact, that's exactly what Nellis did on his way through. He picked up the very heavy mace and he's got it in his hand.
Is there one within arm's reach of me?
Yeah, I would say that any of these racks of weapons, I know the map kind of shows them to be like pikes or something, but I'm sure you could find something reasonable. A club, a mace, something like that.
I'm gonna find a mace or a club or something, or just something blunt that I can just go bank.
All right. We are in an armory. I'm going to guarantee you can find something heavy to bonk him with.
All right. I'm just gonna straight fucking Looney Tunes him, just bam, right in the head.
All right. Since we don't have, you do have a flail as a weapon.
I do have a flail.
So use your flail in this instance. You get it with advantage because he is unaware, by the way.
Nice. Let me attack with it. Damn it.
Man, how many times are you going to flail this guy?
Oh, is it actually doing it?
Yeah, so when you click it, you have to go over and click attack.
Oh, I was trying to do that.
You're just over here swinging the shit and flail like wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, I want to knock him out by hitting him 12 times in the head.
No, click your
with advantage.
With advantage, yes. With a 15, that will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
What is it for flail? Oh, hey, it's already
Yeah,
right
just
there.
click damage, yeah.
Normal.
With 5 bludgeoning damage, that is more than enough to surprise the guard and cause him to become unconscious, as you have thumped him into unconsciousness, and he is now prone flat on the ground, as the chair he was sitting on kind of like slid out from underneath of him, and he just went boom, right on the ground.
And that's what we're gonna tell him happened.
I see you had the same idea, as Nellis just like clung long onto the ground with his mace.
Yuri's kind of gonna like flip or like test the weight of this one and be like, okay, maybe.
All right. Let's see if we can find anything of ours in here.
All right. Are there any boxes or chests or anything?
Yes, the 2 chests that you see on the map are here. Everything you see physically represented on the map is what the room looks like to you.
Okay. Yuri's just gonna kind of point at the chest in front of him. Is it locked or anything?
Do an investigation. With a 7. As you go to pull the chest open, it does not budge. Nellis is going to investigate the guard. Looking for keys. Aha. With a 14, Nellis is going to snatch a keyring off the guard. And he's going to yeet it, just like pick it up and kind of throw it at you, Yuri. Here, try these. With a 15, you're able to catch them, and you quickly start going through the keys and trying the different locks. And finally, the lock pops open. Inside the chest is not your stuff, but it is good stuff. I want you to go ahead and roll me a D100. $77. Give me a second to pull up the list. $77. You found a elixir of everlasting youth in the chest.
Hmm.
It is a potion with a rare exotic. It is a rarity exotic. The elixir of everlasting youth is a shimmering, iridescent liquid contained. When you drink the elixir of everlasting youth, roll a d20. Hang on. It's Do 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 do. Let me just do this. Notepad, notepad. All right. The elixir of everlasting youth is a shimmering iridescent liquid contained in a delicate crystal vial. When consumed, it grants the inhibitor a taste of agelessness, slowing the passage of time within their body. Those who partake of the elixir find their physical vitality and appearance revitalized, maintaining their prime state indefinitely. When you drink the elixir of everlasting youth, you roll a d20 and consult the following tables. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you get a side effect. A 3 or 5, 3 to 5, you get no effect. And a 6 to 20, you get the elixir's effect. Certain side effects include a level of exhaustion, lose 1d4 hit points and gain a level of exhaustion. And then the other one, if you were, oh shit, is you age visibly by 10 years.
Oof.
No effect is you have no discernible effect, but the taste is pleasant. And then the elixir's effect, if you roll a 6 to 20, you gain the following benefits. Your appearance becomes youthful and ageless, maintaining your prime physical condition. You are immune to any magical or non-magical aging effects. You are no longer required food, water, or sleep to sustain yourself. You have advantage on saving throws against magical effects that would cause you to age or deteriorate, and you regain 1d6 points at the start of each of your turn for the next hour. The effect of the elixir of everlasting youth lasts indefinitely, but the potion can only be consumed once. While the elixir grants physical agelessness, it does not make the inhibitor immortal. They can still be killed through physical harm, disease, and other means. So there you go, Terry. You have heisted a elixir of everlasting youth from the prison.
Kind of an odd thing to keep in a prison, but
It is an odd thing to keep in a prison, but that's what happens when we let the tables decide what we get. Sometimes we get weird shit.
You know, I think it was just something confiscated from some poor alchemist at some point.
You know what? That is a fair assumption. So there you go. I have pasted the stat block in your private DMs and the whatnots. So, with that being said, shit, that looks fancy as fuck. Give me the keys. I want to see what's in this one now.
Yeah, Yuri's gonna just kind of underhanded toss him back to him.
All right.
Which might, in Nellis's case, be directly at his face.
Yeah. So let's roll that performance. See if I can catch these keys. Oh yeah, Nellis has got this.
Oh yeah. Cat-like reflexes and all.
Cat-like reflexes and all. All right. Give me an investigation. At 12. Nellis takes a little longer than Yuri to open the box, but when he does, he finds 98. Oh shit, big numbers.
Ooh.
98. Oh, that sounds... Oh, God. Oh, shit, it's huge, whatever it is. Okay. So, Nellis found a wondrous item known as the Crown of Cosmic Wisdom. The crown of cosmic wisdom is a magnificent headpiece forged from simmering stardust and adorned with intricate constellations. When worn, it grants the wearer unparalleled insight into the mysteries of the universe, unlocking the secrets of magic in the cosmos. It is required to be attuned by a creature with the ability to cast spells, however. While attuned to the crown of cosmic wisdom, you gain +2 bonus to your intelligence score. You can cast the comprehend language, detect and detect magic spells at will without expending spell slots. You have advantage on intelligence/arcana checks and intelligence saving throws. Once per long rest, you can use an action to cast legend lore spell without expending spell slot. When cast this way, the casting time is reduced to 1 minute. You gain 120 feet of dark vision. Cosmic Insight, 1 day. As an action, you can invoke the crown's power to gain profound cosmic insight. Roll a d20 and consult the following table. 1 through 5, you get backlash. 6 through 15, you get an insightful vision. And 16 through 20, you get a cosmic revelation. Backlash is the immense cosmic energies overwhelm you, causing 8d10 psychic damage. Holy shit. You are also stunned until your next turn. An insightful vision, you gain advantage on your next intelligence check, intelligence-based saving throw, or attack roll within the next minute. And a cosmic revelation, you receive a profound revelation about the nature of reality. You can ask the DM one question related to a significant mystery, lore, or magical phenomenon, and the DM must answer truthfully to the best of their knowledge. The crown of cosmic wisdom requires attunement and remains attuned as long as you wear the crown. The cosmic insight ability can be used once per long rest. Note, the immense power of the crown of cosmic wisdom can attract the attention of beings from beyond the stars who seek to harness the power for their own purpose. Its abilities come at a price. Its secrets are best understood by those who are prepared to bear the weight of cosmic understanding.
And here Nellis is like, hat.
Yeah, exactly. Nellis is like, oh, shiny.
God.
Oh, shit.
And this is how Nellis becomes a fucking magic slinger.
Yeah, Nellis would 100% take this out of the box and go, Yuri, look. And he puts it on his head and he goes, I'm the fucking Pope.
Then immediately his brain crashes. Look, I'm the Pope.
Look, I'm the freaking Pope. Nellis will 100% be like just awestruck by the fact that it is just gold and jewels and intricate and just mesmerized by it, you know? I could buy 3 ships worth with this gold, Yuri. Look at this thing. As he comes over towards you.
Yuri's gonna reach out and just like kind of grab it and just kind of look at it and
the whole time you're holding it, Nellis is just like wide-eyed. I mean, just the widest cat eyes of yearning he could possibly. And he's just constantly like not really trying to grab it back from you, but you know how like those cats when they're like trying to swat things, how they like gingerly like kind of move their hands and kind of like tap at it, you know?
Right.
That's what he's doing, only he's reaching up for the crown and he's like he's just infatuated by how beautiful it is and all the potential money he could get from it.
Again, this is another moment where I could just see Yuri being just kind of a dick and just kind of moving it back and forth.
and Nellis wouldn't even notice. He would just be like back and forth with it because he's just
Yuri's just gonna chuckle and hand it back, or hold it back out to him.
As Nellis takes it, he's just gonna like hold it against his chest and hug it. We gotta get out of here. I got a guy who would buy this in a heartbeat. We could buy ships for days. Let's get out of here, Yuri.
Yuri's gonna kind of look at the unconscious guard real quick, be like, should we do something with him? We don't need him waking up in the middle of us trying to escape and alerting everyone.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna.
Is the chest big enough to shove him in?
Probably, I would say, within reason. You know.
I'm gonna try and put him in the chest.
Go ahead and roll me a strength to pick an unconscious armored guard up off the floor and put him in the box.
Aw.
Yeah, with a 6, you might get him propped up next to it. You might get his legs picked up and like slung over the edge of the box, and then you're kind of thinking to yourself like, I don't know about this.
I'm just gonna lean him against the box and like fix the chair to where it looks like he just kind of like tipped over and like smacked his head.
Ah, yes. Staging an accident. Beautiful.
Yes. Why is your face busted up if you hit the side of your head? Yep. It's all very reasonable. Just don't think about it.
Yeah, exactly. He fell out of his chair and bonked his head on the chest. That's exactly what happened.
And then with that, gonna open the door and just kind of peek out again, see if that guard's still down there.
He is still standing in the hallway outside of the administrator's area, if you will, the records keeper, basically payroll.
And then where is evidence at?
I would say evidence is like right at the back of payroll. Like you got to get into this room. This is where they would keep prisoners, like effects.
I'm assuming this guard's a little more alert than Sleepy Magoo.
Yes, he is actively, he's like looking back and forth. In fact, here is his current perception. A flat right down the middle, 12. So anything you would want to do with him, stealth or performance or anything like that, would have to beat his 12 perception, or else you'll get spotted before you get to him. Let's see here. We have lost music. Teal music is thinking. Here we go. So what would you like to do, Yuri?
Oh, give me just a second. I'm gonna have to go on mute for just a moment.
Okay. Chat, could you absolutely believe those ridiculous rolls on that? In an armory of all places to find a potion of absolute youth and a freaking crown of celestial knowledge, like...
Hey, is that alright if we take like a quick 5-minute break? I gotta help bring groceries up real quick.
Absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and take a break so that Terry can go and do the grocery stuff. I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom, get a drink of water. So in the interim, chat, we'll be right back. Hang tight. By the way, Katana, I see you in chat now that I can say things. Love your face. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you're enjoying the story. Ganix would, like 100% Ganix would have would have flipped his lid for something like that. Man. If Nellis and Yuri get out of this dungeon with these items, whew, that'll be something to behold. Because we don't really have any, we don't have really just a dedicated spell slinger in the party. I mean, so this thing, all it says is that the attunement is required by a creature with the ability to cast spells. So Nellis is out. Yeah. Nellis doesn't have any spells at all. He has no magic. So Joe, Yuri. I don't know about Moon, if Moon has any spells. Let me check Moon's character sheet real quick, see if she has any spells. God, could you imagine Moon putting this on and having like a... Yeah, she has no spells. Oh, man. Dude, okay, so Moon is out. Yuri can cast spells because he's a cleric. Valmora can cast spells because she's a druid. Vesper is an Eldritch fighter, so you would be able to cast spells like, absorb element, mage armor, things like that. And then what about Damien? Does Damien have any spells? Yeah, Damien's got some spells. He's a rogue ranger, so he's got like cure wounds. Yeah, that's evocation. That's a spell. So yeah, even Damien could wear it. But yeah, Nellis is out and Moon is out. Yeah. So then the question becomes now Nellis has this precious thing. Like, yeah. Does the party convince Nellis to keep it? Like, is it worth it? Or is it something to hawk in the black market? Yeah, for reals. Could you imagine if Archibald got his hands on this? Maybe, just maybe, that's why it's in here. Because Archibald don't want it getting into the hands of other people, so he thought it would be safe in the armory in the dungeon. You know, it's one of the heavily guarded area. Maybe. Could be. Maybe Archibald didn't know it was in here. Had he known it was in here, maybe things would have been different. Yeah. I don't know. Right. Exactly. So, with that being said, there's a lot of questions there. A lot of money could be made from selling an item like that. I mean, even the description said that immense power of the cosmic crown of wisdom can attract the attention of beings from beyond the stars who seek to harness the power for their purpose. If we keep on to it, the celestials. I mean, even things like mind flayers, man. Could you guys imagine being on the airship and then all of a sudden just a massive mind flayer ship shows up next to you? All because they want to get a hold of the crown of wisdom? Puts a mighty big target on people's back. Oh, maybe if they have a black market. There's also some other people that may be able to benefit from this. What about the Spy Master? A great ally to have. And with him being able to harness wisdom like this, man, imagine what could be strewn from it, you know? I'm sure he's got access to quite a bit of money to pay for it, which could fund the adventuring. And then on top of that, you would have you'd have an ally in the fact of him being able to feed you information on everything, you know? Yep. So there is that. Additionally, Slow, what do you think of the new map? Oh, you were watching from here. I'll switch back over to gameplay. D&D. Here we go.
So I'm trying to level up my Diablo character.
That's what the map looks like in its full entirety right there, chat.
That is nice.
I know. It's just so... It feels so real, doesn't it?
I like that it looks almost 3D.
It is 3D. So, it is a program that I bought on Steam today, and it is called Alchemy Dungeon. Dungeon Alchemist. It was like $45, right?
Oof.
But, like, I'll just push play on this while we're taking a quick break so you can kind of get an idea of it. Let me switch over out of D&D to, let's do main gameplay. But yeah, it was $45. So it was a bit on the pricey side, but it is an AI generating program, right?
Oh, excuse me.
And I found it because people were talking about it because it links directly to Forge VTT. So when you generate these worlds, like, look at that.
Yeah, that's sick.
I mean, this is a full 3D rendered environment here.
It's kind of like Mirrorscape.
Yeah.
Except Mirrorscape is augmented reality.
Oh, check this out. So, let's say you want to do a walkthrough. You can actually fly your camera through and function the doors.
Wow.
So this would be the hallway that Yuri and Nellis are currently in. And that is the door to the armory. So when you open the door to the armory, that guard would have been like right there. And these would have been the boxes.
That's cool. Can you not do that in Forge?
No, we can. No, we can't do that in Foundry. It doesn't have any kind of walkthrough capabilities. But yeah, the idea of this, like, I'm pretty sure that's actually supposed to be a window. I don't know. Maybe it's flush with the floor. That's an archway. But this is where they're heading. This is the room that they're heading to. I mean, just look at the detail on this. Like, I can turn these candles off. I mean, just the splash screen aspect of being able to do this. Like, I can literally, like, this would have been the cells that Nellis and Yuri were in. And I can come up here and pop these cell doors open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boom. You know?
This one.
So, like, I could take screenshots of stuff from different angles or perspectives, you know, to create a dynamic effect. Like, oh man, the modeling detail is pretty damn good too. Look at the guillotine with a big old chunk out of it. That's
I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just showing off this program that I used to make this map today.
Gotcha. I'm eating a sandwich.
Yeah, well, if you've got the stream pulled up, you can see the representation of what it was. But yeah, so like, for instance, if I wanted to create a room, right? So I would just go click on the draw room, and let's say I want to make a crypt on the back side of this, right? I would just simply draw how big I wanted it to be. and click OK and give it a second to think. And it's the program is going to automatically generate walls, structures, and everything inside of it. It puts doors and everything into it. So really quick, you can just build into this world, you know? So like tavern. Let's say, oh, I need to make a latrine, right? Boom. I just made a bathroom. In the tavern style esque. Look at that shitter on that critter. That is a regal. That is a regal fucking toilet right there. I kind of wish my toilet at home looked like that now.
That is a porcelain throne.
Oh man! Oh man! Look.
Armrest.
Yeah, you know when you gotta put your arms down and you gotta get that power squeeze, and the fact that it's a high back, man, you just straighten your back out real well. Hoo-wee. But yeah, just like that quick, you can just generate. So like if I wanted to put a back door on this, so I can go to single, I can put a banded door, I can just snap a door right there. And now there's a door that goes outside. Go back to ruins. So let's say I want to make this all an ancient ruin right here. I could draw that one. Draw. So you can very quickly expand this map, you know, and then you could even go into, yeah. You can even quickly go in and say, I don't like this wall. So you can delete a wall and make 2 rooms combined into one, you know? So just really quickly, you can generate a lot of things. Mansion. Let's see here. Let's see what a living room in a mansion looks like. But yeah, I found this program this morning, and as soon as I seen the videos for it and seen how well it attached to Forge, I was like, I gotta do it. Because when you export this, it exports the JSON file, which is all of the walls, the doors, the lighting, all of the extra behind the scenes stuff, the shadowing and all of that. So when you go into Forge and you drop a scene in, if I've created it using this program, just boom, just like that, I have all of that in Forge, and it's as simple as dragging and dropping and letting the program decide what to do. But then, like, so take this living room for instance. Let's say I want to put an object in here. So let's say, look, I mean, all of these different objects. I got signposts and everything here. I can make whole towns with this. Let's say decoration, food, furniture. Let's see here. Broken altar, both broken bathtub. Like, I can go through tables, counters, chairs, benches, cupboards, shelves, books, desk. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Religious, you know. Let's say we want to drop this golden whatever here in this room, right? Hold down control, locks the grid, boom, there it is. So you can go in and you can micromanage the AI driven room as well. Like, if I don't like that couch there, I can move it. This chair, I don't like it here, I can move this chair, you know? And all of this, the whole thing is built on the Forge Foundry 5 meter grid, you know? So every grid square is 5 feet. So then you get realistic proportions and everything, you know? It's just, as soon as I seen it, I knew I had to get it, because this was going to change dungeon making for me so much, you know? And there's so much more to learn about it too. Like, I have no idea what these abstracts are, man. I can make a whole abstract structurals, like broken stairs. Like here's a corner stair. You know? You can get that fancy into it. I'm sure there's a way to build it upstairs right away, you know? So yeah, there's just so much to this program that look at this moon gate. Oh yeah. You guys want a portal to different planes? We can do it now because I have a moon gate. And just that quickly, I can delete an asset and go back over here. Control Z works in this. Deleted that room. There goes the porcelain shitter. There goes that. And then we're back to where we were, you know? So, mooring. I mean, look at all of the different possibilities in this, you know? So, expect more out of this, and I will definitely be streaming some map building when it comes to this, you know? The other thing, Terry, I was showing him was this mode here, which allows me to like physically fly through in the 3D environment. So that way I could like plan, you know, or whatever.
Nice.
So like right now, so this was the prison cells we left out of right here. And we snuck around there and we went out this door, over here, down this hallway, and here was the armory, you know? And then this is the room that we're heading to now. Just down the hallway. But yeah, so like, I could create like a cinematic walkthrough of the player's movements after the fact inside of this, you know?
Nice.
Because I can...
a little more in-depth look at what's going on.
Yeah, because from inside of here, like I could go inside this prison cell, like so. Let me get my camera height right. I could hit R to record and just glide through here and record the path, you know? Hitting R again to stop the recording. I can save it. And then I would have that video file to do something with if I so choose, you know? But the other, like I said, I don't know if you were here to say, but all of the walls and doors and lights and everything, this program will export the JSON file that we need inside of Forge. So that way I don't have to take the time to go through and make walls and doors and lights and all of that stuff inside of Forge. I simply make it inside of Alchemist Dungeon. I export it. I create a scene. I drop the JSON onto it. I drop the JPEG on top of that. And we go from there.
Nice.
And on top of that, we have the traditional battle mat. Flat. Very squat everything, you know, like what normal battle maps look like, you know. I can click this again, and it gives it a depth, which is what I exported for today's show. And then I click it again, and I can get a 3D overlook of everything.
Nice.
And the beautiful part about this is, like, let's say you're doing a tabletop at home where you use a TV screen. You know?
Uh-huh.
You pop this in to 3D top down and it locks it, you know?
Nice.
So then you can just move it around and then you can move your tokens on top of the TV and all of the doors work and everything. So if I wanted to close the door, you know?
That is pretty cool.
Yep. And not bad for a one-time payment of $44, you know?
Right.
Where I'm paying $5 a month for Incarnate, and I have to put so much more legwork into it, you know? Now, there are some things that I haven't figured out yet, like this gap in the wall here. I kind of imagine that's like a natural barrier, like a natural lighting and grass and that kind of stuff. I have no idea how to put that in there. Maybe like a park?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. So then that would create...
My ass is getting torched by this world boss.
So there you go. That would be how you would do some nature. So like out this back door here where it said leads us outside. You can do something like that.
Okay.
Field. And just that quickly, just with a little bit of time. Oh yeah, that looks like a farm field. Hay bale. Farmstead. Imagine that, you know. And the bigger you draw a section, the more detail it can put into it. So like this one is taking a little bit of time because it's thinking about filling a 20 by 20 area. Most battle maps are only 40 by 40, you know? So if I wanted a simple cemetery map, I can make an entire 40 by 40 and just make it a cemetery. And you just give it a second. Like I said, it's going to think and do its thing, and then it'll auto-generate it.
Joe, are you out there? Can you get in here and fuck this boss up for me?
So that is what the inside of a farmstead look like, you know? And you can go in and change the individual pieces and parts of it. A mine shaft.
Nice.
Look at that. Instant mine. An alley even? Oh my gosh, what is it? I mean, so like there's a lot to like play around with this and learn about this. You know?
Hello, me and the missus just got here. We'll be in the background.
All right. Well, me and Yuri are going to try to finish this up rather sweet.
All good.
But I was
No
just
worries.
showing off the new map editor and how,
I
Phenomenal.
yeah, we were watching in the
Like-
car as we were heading home.
yeah, just how
that formatting
quickly.
looks sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that portage and that toilet.
That toilet.
Porcelain throne.
Oh, man.
Porcelain throne.
Oh, yeah. Top tier, you know?
Oh, I like the little courtyard. That's dope.
Yeah.
Jolly's gonna have a fucking field day. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that once I seen this, like this morning, I was
Oh,
like, I had to
no.
get it. Because this is going to
Is
just
it 'cause I
absolutely.
left the battle, the world boss is gone? Motherfucker.
There's a cemetery, you know, not very creepy cemetery, more like a town, you know, town cemetery.
That sucks. I screwed myself.
I got tavern special, a gingerbread house. Okay. Let's see what the gingerbread house looks like, right? And then we'll get back to it.
Why do I feel like there's going to be a Hansel and Gretel?
I also have
Portion of
Ice
the campaign.
Palace here too, so
A little Elsa?
I'm gonna go visit Elsa. Oh my god, look at how that is just absolutely. Yep, that's a gingerbread house right there. There's your Christmas special, guys. We're gonna go visit Santa Claus and in the gingerbread house right there. But yeah, there's all sorts
Cake on the
of
table.
yeah. all sorts of things. Here's pits, bottomless pit, blood canal. Oh God, what is a blood canal?
That sounds like something that needs to go right through the center.
Oh,
of
yep,
the
that's
gingerbread house.
exactly what I thought. Oh, gross. That is a canal of blood right there. Acid pit. Probably just gonna look the same with green.
That's if you wanted to do a mode of blood, basically.
Ooh, that
Now,
would
that's
be
a
so.
terrifying gingerbread house.
Yes. Acid pits would be great. Canal, clear canal, earthen dig. So, I mean, just very quickly with this program. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That would go well in lava pit, rock dig, mansion, desert stuff, crypts, castles, alchemist library. Oh, here's a library. What's the library look like, guys? Imagine a lot of bookshelves.
Is this, are we getting a sneak
Oh,
peek
yeah,
the
look
Royal
at that.
Library?
Look at that library. That is slick and easy, just like that. Boom, library, you know? Except that door is pretty questionable. Not gonna lie, you know?
There's a pile of stuff down at the bottom to break your fall.
Yeah, break
And your
you
legs.
as you fall. But yeah, so that is the Alchemist Dungeon map generator, and it's available on Steam. So if you guys use Forge
No, not a paid
VTT,
ad.
not a paid ad, just absolutely loving this program though. So
Yeah, program looks nuts.
yeah, it is absolutely. I'm gonna have to remember. Look at, I mean, village. There's a smithy, mineshaft gardens. I
You
mean,
could probably even print it and then use it as paper maps too.
you can in fact do that. And like I said, I'm learning new stuff about it as I go through. So like this gap here was supposed to be like a natural air gap. And I didn't know that, you know, how to do it. So there, now you can add natural green grass to the map. And then, like I said, once again, you snap it and then there you go. Now you got your full top down map like we're used to. That's with 3D walls, and it can be exported, the JSON. So walls, doors, lights, shadows, all of that just comes right over into Forge.
Hey, Jolly, you know what should have been put there, seeing how that's around the dungeon? A moat of blood.
Moat of blood. There you go. Water canal even, you know, or an alley, because that would make a lot of sense being an interior open air space. Just a simple alley. Exit. You have unsaved changes. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, I don't want to save any of those. But yeah, Dungeon Alchemist on Steam. So there you go, guys.
I mean, that sounds really
Red Jamma X. That is Dungeon Alchemist. That is what I'm going to start using from now on to generate our D&D maps. So, with that being said, yeah, the moon gates do remind me of the Darkstone. Yeah. All right. So, before our break, we were right here. Captain Yuri and Nellis. Having just located a couple of interesting trinkets from the armory, Nellis is awestruck with the thoughts of money and power flowing through his head now. Captain Yuri still seems steadfast and focused on the objectives at hand, trying to reclaim their lost gear that had been taken when they were arrested. Yuri has begun to peek out into the hallway and is formulating a plan to try to remove this guard right here. And Yuri, if you want to pick it back up, go right ahead.
All right. So the saving throw for him is a 12, correct?
Yes, he is a 12 perception right now. So that's your DC to beat on anything stealth check or distraction or anything. So what is it that you want to do, Yuri?
I think I'm actually going to go ahead and try and hit him with the calm emotions also.
All right. So DC 13 charisma save. With an 18, he is not affected by your calm emotion. Also, this calm emotion doesn't say whether or not it has like a physical field it can see. So I'm going to assume that because it failed, he didn't notice that you cast it. You might get like a cough out of him or something.
Just a moment here.
Is it not playing?
I don't hear anything. Yuri, what's the play here, bud?
I'm actually going to go ahead and try and recast calm emotions as a 3rd level. How would I do that?
Can you... Let me see. Let me look in here at your sheet real quick. Oh, hang on. That's why I'm in marker. So when you go into your spell book and you go down to 3rd level, I do not see calm emotion as a 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
Looks like calm emotion is only a level 2.
Oh no. Well then,
Unless you can click this. Yeah. Okay, so when you click calm emotion and it'll say cast at level, click that drop down and click 3rd level. And when we're role playing, make sure you do not consume a spell slot. Because in role play, you can in role play for this, I allow you to cast your spells without taking your spell slots. I want your spell slots to be saved for actual combat.
gotcha.
So make sure you uncheck that consume spell slot when you cast them.
Okay, so
So it's still a DC 13 even at 3rd level.
oh, it is, isn't it?
Yep. So I'm imagining. So here's what I'm imagining. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Yuri casts the first one, right? He doesn't get a reaction out of the guard. So Yuri starts to rub his hands together, kind of violently, warming him up a little bit. You know, he is a tiefling after all, and it's cold in the dungeon. And he hits him again with it, you know? This time giving him a little more of pesto on it, you know? DC 13 charisma save. At disadvantage this time. With a 4. The guard is now charmed.
All right. So, with him being charmed, I'm just gonna step out and start walking towards him. All friendly like. And then once I get up to him, just gonna be like, hey, how's it going?
You shouldn't be out here right now. This is off limits.
Oh, I know. We were just told to come talk to you about getting our stuff, and then we were supposed to be on our way out.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. He may be charmed and may be calm at your approach, but you still have to convince him that this is the truth. So, actually, deception, because you're lying to him. So give me a deception check.
With him being charmed by me, I get to roll it at an advantage?
At advantage, yes. With a 22. All right, here. As the guard will go in and lead you all. Nellis still clutching this crown he has close to his chest. Your stuff should be in these boxes right here. Don't dawdle. I'm gonna make sure you get out of here in a timely manner.
We do really appreciate it. You know, we're just kind of lost. They told us to come find you, get our stuff, and then right out the back door, they said that's the quickest way to get rid of us.
Yeah, right away. Thanks. As Nellis grabs his bags and whatnot, he's gonna shove the crown into his backpack as fast as possible. Donning his backpack and all of this.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all my stuff and start turn back to the guard. Hey, we're done, or we're done here. We do really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is our job after all to maintain the peace, and I hope you've all learned your lessons.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this has been a real wake-up call for me and my friend. A wake-up call for sure. And let me just say, I've been in a couple different dungeons, and you guys run one of the best.
Oh, well, we do try to keep everything, run a tight ship here and make sure that everything goes smoothly, so...
it shows. It really does show. I mean, I'm sure the people of Aether's Landing just appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, it's always good to hear citizens, speak highly. I understand coming to prison ain't, it ain't the best of things, but you serve your time, you make your amends, and we try to be fair.
Well, I don't want to keep you from any more of your duties. Please lead the way, sir.
Oh, absolutely. Right this way.
Just gonna kind of look down at Nellis and smile at him.
The guard is gonna lead you. Let me see here. Okay. Let me get the map zoomed out on my master. He's going to lead you through here, down the hallway. And he's going to open this door.
Oh, no. There we go.
As he opens the door, there's another guard on the other side of the door. These two need to be escorted out. They've done their service and their time. All right. You can follow me now. All right, you gentlemen have a wonderful evening.
You too. I'm gonna hold my hand out to him to shake his hand.
Well, yeah. He'll grab it, kind of haphazardly, the thick leather of his guard's glove, in your hand, kind of an awkward shake, but good enough.
And then just gonna go ahead and continue following this guard.
This guard will lead you just outside here. As you make it to the first portcullis, this guard right here was one that came up earlier when you guys were trying to escape from the cells. You will now have your equipment and your clothing on, so you look slightly different. But you're still a cat and a tiefling. I need you to roll deception to see if the escort from this other guard convinces this one that you are where you're supposed to be. With an 18 on deception. Nellis, don't let me down, bud. Hey, we'll take it.
Ooh. Nella scared me there with that 5.
As the guard continues to lead you through the portcullis. Raise the gate! And a large metal gate of a military ward begins to raise up. Comes to a stop, and the guard will lead you through. As the metal portcullis behind you closes behind you. All right, you gentlemen are free to go.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Nellis is going to take this opportunity. He's not dawdling. He's going right out the front door of the military ward. And now you are out in the military ward square of 8th Year's Landing. As we pull this up.
And with that, just gonna kind of shield my eyes from the sun and just, well, shall we go back home?
Let me get our tokens revitalized on the map. Let's get the hell out of here, Yuri, quick and fast.
And with that, Yuri's still just gonna kind of stroll.
Nellis slightly faster than you. As he makes his way into the city of Hightown, the district of Hightown, and heading towards Yuri's house. Let me get the house pulled up now. Okay. Slow, if you could please change her music over to something more
Less prison-y.
less prison-y. As a prison break was made beautifully
Oh.
with the help of Captain Yuri's expert spell casting. Quick, simple, and easy. As Yuri and Nellis are now outside the house. I've never gotten out of that place through the front door before, Yuri.
Stick with me, or I'm sure we'll have many of firsts.
I'm just glad to be home.
Before Nellis walks in, Yuri's gonna kind of just stop short of the door and kind of look down at him, be like, "Look, Nellis, what we talked about in the prison, I would appreciate the others finding out in their own time."
Yeah, sure, Yuri. I'm not much of a liar, but if somebody asks me outright about it, I'll try my best. Okay? Yeah, I won't bring it up in.
If anyone asks you outright, just tell them to come speak with me, and I will tell them.
All right, fair enough. All right. This cat could use a nap.
Yuri's just gonna kind of, and kind of just walk in and head directly, or well, probably head to the kitchen and grab a snack. That
Hello,
prison
anybody
food is
here?
Terrible.
You guys are back.
Hey, Damien.
As Damien drops to his knees in front of Yuri. Yuri, I'm so sorry. I did not mean it for it to go this way. I really did not. I hope you can really take my humblest apologies.
Yuri's just gonna walk up to him and be like, "There's nothing to forgive. We needed a way to get Nellis out anyway," and just hold his hand out to him.
Wow, look at you two. That was so quick.
Yuri did some Jedi mind tricks on the gods and they just let us out. It was a lot easier than me getting out.
He's a Jedi. What is a Jedi? That sounds cool.
They're an ancient order of wizards. They
Whoa.
were the keepers of.
Hey, Nellis, I think she's a little too young for this.
Oh, yeah.
Do Jedis have to do with brothels?
No, not at all.
At that, Yuri's just gonna be like, "No, but we are very good with our hands," and just kind of wiggle his fingers.
I can wiggle mine too. Do you think I'm pretty good?
Well, I'm glad to see you both back in one piece.
Yeah.
I can assume that you all must be very tired.
Oh,
It is what it is. But we didn't leave empty-handed, did we, Yuri? As Nellis gets into his backpack and he picks out this beautiful crown of wisdom that he scalped from the armory. Take a look at this! As he holds it above his cat head. This beautifully adorned golden crown with sapphires and gems arranged in the types of constellations. Just the most embellished piece of jewelry you probably have ever seen in your life.
Wow, Nellis. Where did you guys end up finding this?
I was laying around in the armory where we were looking for our gear. We just happened to cross this thing.
Well, I did happen to snag something myself recently. Let me go grab it real quick.
while all this is going on, Yuri's just kind of leaning on the counter, picking at some of the vegetables and whatnot that's on there. And he's just gonna be like, you don't know what you miss in prison.
I can only imagine, really. But here, look.
Wow.
I found this along me and Vespa's latest endeavor.
That is some.
While you were, in prison, but we had to.
That's
And I'll fill you in on that later.
That's one hell of a sword you got there, Damien. As
Yes.
Nellis will admire the craftsmanship of the Duskholm saber and its intricate silver inlays and blazing red accents around the handguard. Just an absolute beautiful piece of black leather wrapped in gold and red accents on a silvered saber. That's one hell of a find there. Yeah, I see.
I will say it is.
I say you guys weren't dawdled as or weren't just standing around doing nothing. So, well,
Ah, yes. We even met a stranger.
a stranger.
Yes, a stranger.
What,
Again,
what's his
I'll
name?
tell you at a later time. Well, that's the
Damien, are
thing.
you not familiar with the term stranger danger?
Well, if you think of it this way, he was danger, and his name was also stranger.
So you met a
What
stranger
was
named
so
Stranger?
strange about his name? You keep saying he's strange, but
Well, Captain Yuri, when he introduces himself as, "Hello, I am Stranger,"
Oh,
then you would assume that his name is Stranger.
I
Yes?
see. I see. So you guys were using
is-
code names. What'd you call
that is
yourself?
pretty strange.
Yeah, I'll save the code names for the morning.
All right, fair
Please.
enough.
Get some sleep.
Sounds like a plan to me. As Nellis is going to put the crown on his counter here, and he's just going to walk over, bag and everything in hand. He's just going to flop into the bed. Just. You don't know what you miss until it's gone, you know?
Well, Captain Yuri, why don't we exchange pleasantries over tomorrow's cup of coffee?
Sounds good to me. And Yuri's just gonna kind of turn around and wave goodnight while slightly or just below his or under his breath whistling an old sea shanty tune.
Ah, that one really is cool, isn't he, Moon? Well, good night, Moon. As I put the rapier back down on the enchanting tools.
I really like the lights.
As night fades and everybody finally safely back at the home, you realize just how insane that day really was. You begin to think about all of the things and the probabilities and the possibilities of what could have happened. Damien and Vesper went on a journey helping a stranger. Nellis and Yuri broke out of jail. Moon and Valmora held the fort down in the meantime, prepping for what could come, making potions and salves and other types of medicinal needs. There is a sense of calm and uncertainty in the house tonight, as everybody's relieved to be there, but at the same time, uncertainty unfolds in your minds as you don't know what tomorrow brings. Vesper, almost restless as he toys with Abigail's third eye, only thinking about Blackthorn, taking her away with her eye still clouded by the bag over her head, as Vesper peers through one last time, trying to glean any sense of how to help her. And that is where our part 2 of 9.5 will end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and end the stream right now. I'm going to change everything over to episode 10, and then we'll be live with episode 10 here just in a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. Be ready to refresh your streams. I'm going to put it in chat when we refresh, okay? So thank you guys so much. Just hang tight while we shift over to episode 10.